Today is Monday, September 27th, and I'm at EPCOT all by myself. A DVC Disney Vacation Club event called Delicious Disney coming up at 7 o'clock, 7 to 8 tonight. It's to celebrate. There's a cookbook coming out for the 50th anniversary called Delicious Disney Walt Disney World Recipes and Stories from the Most Magical Place on Earth. I think we get to meet two of the authors. Not sure what else. Paid $95 for it. I do know that there is a special dessert party afterwards with a special fireworks viewing area for the second to the last night of EPCOT Forever. So I am really excited about that. And if you hear anybody's annoying children in the background or see any annoying children, just know that they're not mine. They're at home. The time slots filled up rather quickly, within like minutes, when the tickets went on sale. Also, did I mention that there is a dessert party and a special fireworks viewing? Look over here. This is like Benny Central down there. What a beautiful night. Not a lot of people here. There was nobody in the parking booths even. That just said, please proceed to your destination. And I parked right up front. Got right in. The event, since it is a Disney Vacation Club event, is inside the Imagination Pavilion in the DVC lounge. They closed that early today and tomorrow.
What's your last name? Okay.
Look, it's official. And she wrote on me an accident.
You got your tickets?
Darcy, what? Can I just Oh, got it.
But they're going to be how fancy the inside of the cover.
The Walt Disney World 50th anniversary celebration. And we're here to celebrate such a great book tonight as part of that celebration. I can't wait also later this evening to be out with you at all of the fireworks. So as you know, we are celebrating 50 years of Walt Disney World, and my first guest tonight has been writing Disney cookbooks for about half of that time, helping many people in this room, including the guy holding this microphone, prepare Disney dishes at home with her Delicious Disney books. She and I have worked together for many years over email and voicemail, but as happens too often in this company, we've never actually met in person until this event. So I'm so delighted to have her. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Pam Brandon. And I first met Pam's co-author on this book when she was working on Eat Like Walt, a book that is probably my favorite book ever written about the history of Walt Disney. If any of you don't have that in your collection, I highly recommend it. She has another book coming out next month, Walt's Disneyland, so look for that in November. And she brings such great storytelling to this Delicious Disney book, pairing wonderful history and backstories with all of these great recipes. She's also become a fixture of our member cruise voyages, a frequent contributor to Disney Files magazine, and a dear personal friend. Please welcome Marcy Carriker Smothers.
I think primarily a Walt Disney and Disneyland historian, specifically Disneyland in Walt's era. I always thought that the Dole Whip came from Disneyland because Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room, his first audio animatronic attraction, opened in 1963 there, and Dole became the sponsor in 1975 at Disneyland. But no, the Dole Whip debuted right here at Walt Disney World in 1984, and they came to Disneyland in 1986. And the Mickey Mouse Bar. Our friend Marty Smart, does everybody know who Marty is, the great Disney ambassador and Imagineer? He told me that he objected to Imagineering's idea of a Mickey Mouse bar because he did not want guests to eat Mickey Mouse's ear off. And between that and the burgeoning, the technology not being ready, they had bars that had covers on them, packaging that had Mickey Mouse, but the actual Mickey Mouse bar that we know and love today debuted here in 1995 when Nestle was the sponsor of the Land Pavilion.
So speaking of sweets, there are more than 60 recipes in this book, including some of the desserts that we will all have a chance to sample tonight at the fireworks. So when we're done here in the lounge at the end of the hour, we will all reconvene tonight at 8:15 in the private fireworks viewing area near the France Pavilion. I'll repeat this at the end of the hour, but we'll gather there for the EPCOT Forever fireworks and enjoy some samplings from this book.
The lavender donuts are a vegan, plant-based dessert. You use the liquid from a can of chickpeas, which sounds really weird, but it makes a really lovely batter, and coconut milk. So they're plant-based, vegan, delicious. Don't let that fool you. They're from California Grill, so they're sort of an elevated donut, with a little lavender sprinkle.
However, you know more than anyone I know about Walt Disney when it comes to food. So let's just imagine a dreamlike scenario where you were given the opportunity to take Walt Disney on a culinary tour of Walt Disney World today. What do you imagine he might be most excited to do?
Well, first and foremost, I think that Walt would be stupefied by the level of theming here with food. When Disneyland opened, he had intended, in fact, there was called the Kingdom of Good Eating. He had a special insert in a newspaper where he said, "Welcome to the Kingdom of Good Eating, where the food is as fabulous as the fun." So he had intended for the food experience to be as immersive and entertaining as the attractions. So he started theming like with the Blue Bayou restaurant and maybe a Davy Crockett Sundae in Frontierland. And now, I think walking in all 4 parks, he would be blown away. Also, he was a very simple eater. You know, he was raised very humbly and he never outgrew that type of food. So I don't think we would probably avail ourselves of much of that food. We'd probably have a hot dog or a hamburger at every single park, with the exception of fried chicken. Now there's 2 stories in our book that I absolutely love that gets me an ability to stretch Walt to Walt Disney World. And they come from Marty Sklar's book, A Travels with Figment. Fittingly, we're in this building. Also, I did have the honor of writing to Ryan, and I said, "Have you seen what Marty wrote about you in the member cruise?" I mean, he really wrote, I think everyone should be applauding Ryan. So the 2 stories that Marty told that I was able to share in the book, one is that, and I'll get to the food question, but this is too good not to share. Walt would famously go incognito. He would walk around Disneyland, slouched over in old clothes and listen to people. He liked to do that, but sometimes, you know, he did get recognized. In this case, he was here. Walt was only on this property in this area twice his entire lifetime, on boots on the ground, as we say, and more times over the air. One time he was here with his crew. They were staying in a hotel. Walt, by the way, has an alias. It's William Edward James. W for Walter, E for Elias. Nobody knows about James, and we just don't know. And they were having dinner in the hotel, and the waitresses kept looking at him and looking at him, and he was getting a little uncomfortable. And finally she walked up to him and said, "You know what? You look just like Walt Disney." Walt said, "Look like Walt Disney? I am Walt Disney." And he took out his driver's license and showed it to him, you know, so. And the other story is about fried chicken. Walt loved fried chicken. So the other time they came here, they usually had hamburgers, and he said to his team that Lily wasn't allowing him to have fried chicken at home, his wife, and he wanted fried chicken this time. And so Bob Foster was dispatched to a place called, we believe in the archives, we've been researching this, Dixie Fried Chicken, to get him fried chicken. So it was really fun for Pam and I to be able to include a fried chicken recipe in our book, and of course it comes from Hoop-de-Doo Musical Review. And what's also great about that is that Edna, Roy Disney's wife, who doesn't get a lot of love, but we know that Roy built this famous for his brother, so it's nice to give Edna some recognition. And also that the Hoop-de-Doo musical view is really a throwback or an homage honoring the Golden Horseshoe at Disneyland. It was an attraction that Walt liked. So the diamond review here echoes back. So we do, that Hoop-de-Doo musical review is going to reopen. But otherwise, I think we'd suggest that you go to Homecoming and have Art Smith's incredible friend
Right.
to eat like Walt.
My dear friend Stacia Martin, over there at her easel. If you've ever been on the Disney Vacation Club member, you know who Stacia is. She is arguably our biggest rock star on the ship. She is beyond just a great Disney artist. She's also an extraordinarily detailed historian. You do not need Google if you know Stacia. She's never been unable to answer a question. So Stacia will be doing some drawings throughout the remainder of the hour. And I will gather us all back together with your raffle tickets to give away whatever she draws during the hour. But first, she created 10 drawings for us before the session, and we're going to give those 10 away right now. What more perfect character? And Figment will go home with the member holding ticket number 53859. We have Tinkerbell. All right, the silly old thumper. Check your tickets for 53849. And next we have Peglet. We have 4 more. Ariel. And we have Ariel, now we have Sebastian. And now Flounder. Here's the last of our 10. Oh, Pua. Please stop by and say hello. She is tremendously talented at telling stories while drawing, so pay her a favor.
But you know, it is what it is, and nothing will stop me from talking. Oh no, so not a problem. And isn't it hard to believe? I don't know. We're so busy talking about Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary and how exciting that is. But this is not 1971 to 2020. 2023 is going to be the 100th anniversary of the founding of the entire Walt Disney Company. So I think immediately as soon as Walt Disney World is done turning 50, we're going to have to start working on the entire Walt Disney Company turning 100. And this isn't Mickey's 100th because this goes back to starter event, for the whole thing. So it's going to be a big, big celebration. But then again, if there's any place that likes to have a good party.
My husband is going to be so jealous that he wasn't here. He thought this was just about cooking.
Oh. Well, we never do anything completely one way,
Exactly.
We do lots of things. And you have your red ticket, right?
I do.
Okay.
I hope to win something. My 13-year-old son just started a 2D art class
marvelous.
in 8th grade.
That's great. I just had a
he
young
is
lady who
really
was
into
here
it.
a minute ago who was saying, I really, can't find much for my age group about art and teaching. Where do you live?
We live in Windermere.
Okay, they were from Maryland, no, they were from Texas.
Okay.
So not the same thing. And plus, you've got Ringling College of Art and Design just south of here.
Right.
So that's not too far.
Okay, good.
Here we go.
This is somebody who's upset who doesn't get to go to the dessert reception. Okay. Here's the character who recently turned 50. Oh, okay. Always in good taste, you should draw your boss.
Alright. Sorcerer Mickey will have. Let's see, so what do we got?
What do you think I'd remember here? Oh, my personal favorite princess. Sleeping here. 50 years ago.
Orange person.
Oh, there you go.
Alright, so if this is your number one here, you really let it go and scream it out.
No. This is a good surprise because, of course, as you mentioned, I think earlier, we are in the hallowed halls of the Imagination Pavilion. And who was born right here in this building?
So we were in the Imagination Pavilion for our event. And now I'm walking over to France for the dessert party and the special fireworks viewing area. This will be for real the last time I see EPCOT Forever. Yesterday was the last time we saw it together as a family, and this will be the last time we see it for real. The last showing is tomorrow, September 28th.
Excuse me. You don't like the orange stuff.
So this is like a non-alcoholic mojito.
This is beautiful. Try not to get too much frosting on that. I know. That's all right. I like the frosting. I'm trying to grab some napkins here. You got it okay? There? All right. I'll go over here.
We found a table with some people that didn't have enough to fill it up.
We're gonna have
Here we go through the universe. Feel it flow, see it flow. It's the universe, energy. The universe, for today holds a challenge to make this world a better place to be.
that they don't actually turn the street lamp lights off during it. It was a fun event. Met some new people, some that were from out of town, some that lived pretty close by. Just some people that had extra room at their table because I only had one. I was alone, but it was nice to sit down and watch the fireworks.